Hello all, guys and gals and anyone in between. My name is Egao, and today I'm going to be doing another showcase in Bleach Brave Souls of one of my favorite units in the game, Technique Gin Izuru, Max Transcended T20. As you can probably tell by a lot of things on my channel, I'm a big fan of Gin Ichimaru, and I do actually enjoy Izuru as well. This unit has dual killers, which makes him really useful for a lot of content in PvE and in guild quests if you want to use him, because if you build him up the right way, he can be pretty good as a main runner in guild quests if you have him built up, maybe something like I do. The only unfortunate thing about this character, in my opinion, is the fact that he has no affiliation, which is really weird because they're both Soul Reapers. I imagine it's because it's kind of like a tag team unit, and anytime there's like two characters in a unit, recently they've made them no affiliation. Other examples of that is like the Don Kanonji and Picaro, and who else? Oh, the Soifone and Yoruichi. The Soichi, if you will. Sorry if you hear any noises in the background. I might add, my cat has the zoomies right now, and he is a kitten. So, he's playing a lot, and he's running around my room when I'm recording this. Anyways, I have him max transcended, obviously, with SP level 3, which is really nice. As you know, I have no transcendence points, so I got a pretty good roll whenever I got him, because even at the time, I didn't have a lot. So let's look at his stats and skills. Bruiser of 20%. Strong attack damage normally is 20%, but with links we have it up to 76%. Devastation 40%, so like I said, his whole Soul Bomb can hit pretty hard, so you definitely can use him in guild quests if you want. Strong attack cooldown reduction, he has 12% built in from his soul trait. Full stamina damage boost of 65%, 25% of that is from the T15 skill. He has a long reach of 20%, which personally is one of my favorite things about this character, because I love characters with long reach. They are a lot more fun to play, in my opinion, and that's just a personal thing. Like, they don't need him to be great. It's just a quality of life thing, right? Frenzy +1, obviously. Debilitator +2 seconds, which is good because he has poison on everything. Sprinter +1, Long Stride, which is the T20 skill. I decided to give him because I like to play with this unit a lot. Long Stride makes characters more fun for me. That's why I decided to go with that. And of course, he has Guard Break, which is really nice, as both Soul Reaper and Hollow enemies, can have guard sometimes. So, for the accessories, he has a Fortification Pill, a Hunting Cap, and a Catacore and Alpha, which is giving him a lot of spiritual pressure across the board. Extra 60% from here, 45%, and then another 30% with 20% sad damage, strong attack damage, if you didn't know. Only thing that's unfortunate about this unit, like I said earlier, is he is no affiliation. And because he's no affiliation, T-sets won't work on him, as those are for Soul Reapers and Captains. And I do not have a Kamari Ball for him, for the Technique attribute, which is unfortunate. For his character links, I'm using a Resurrected Stark with 12% recharge, 16% sad. Newly resurrected 1,000-Year Blood War Byakuya, rip him. That's a topic for another video. He didn't get Frenzy, which is unfortunate. But at the very least, still a great link. 20% full stamina, 10% recharge. And then a Senkaimun Senka Aizen, 20% full stamina, 20% strong attack damage. So, really good links, really good accessories for this build. And we're going to bring him in IZ, because I do not have IT available, and give him a try. So, I'm back this week in IZ, or I guess the next couple weeks. I believe it lasts quite a few weeks. There is a Ronkarn Soul Reaper enemies, so half of the enemies we will have killer advantage, but the other half we will not. So we'll have to make sure to go by the Soul Reapers when looking at his damage numbers, because otherwise he will be off killer. But that's okay, he'll clear just fine as a max transcended unit, and with him only being a couple years old and us knowing his skills, we know he's going to clear just fine. So his kit, obviously, he has long reach. I love his Nat String. Maybe that's just the Gin fan in me. Same thing with Izuru. If you look closely, it almost like when he slashes, there's almost like a down rain effect. If you know the lore of Bleach, it's like the power of his Zanpakuto tail. SA1 is a lunge forward. SA2 is a 800 AoE in front. And then just a standard full screen. Other thing about this character is the animations are different for each unit. Well, each tag team. So like Gin, his lunge looks a little different. His SA2 in front looks different. And his full screen is also different, which is cool. They have the same soul bomb, but a really nice detail with this unit. And Izuru will also attack for me too. Like if I go up, he will fight the enemies. Only thing about the enemy, your partner, is he doesn't have any of the skills you have, which is a really interesting point. We unfortunately lost our full stam there. We'll get it back. So he doesn't have Guard Break or any of the Berserker or anything that I have, which, like I said, is a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, he just kind of does there to do chip damage. It's more like a cute little gag than it is like actual like relying on him, right? Like I'm not expecting Izuru to go out here and kill bosses for me, but you know, it's nice. It's a cute little thing, and it's fun to see you have your little buddy with you. And I like Izuru, so that is pretty cool. So we do have our full stand back. 28k on the Soul Reaper enemy. That is pretty good. $28k again. Oh, sorry, I'm playing a bit conservative. Trying not to lose my full stam. $35k on that Soul Reaper enemy. 30k. That's pretty good damage, honestly. The Guard Break. Woo! I missed my strong attack. Literally just a skill issue. Don't excuse me being bad at the game. As he just flash stepped into the wall. Like a game reviewer gameplay. And we lost our full stam. When I'm sitting here talking while playing, I truly play like a bot. 36k on some of those Soul Reaper enemies. Because as you can tell, we're only doing about 18 to 20k, and then we're doing like the 30 to 35k on the actual Soul Reapers. 30k seems to be what we can get, but it usually goes up to 35. Which for a unit over 2 years old, still pretty good. I forgot to not bring an ally. We're going to do his Soul Bomb. Soul Bomb is so cool. 156k on one of those enemies in the back. That is going to hit 4 times. That's 600k. That's pretty good damage, to be honest with you. 600k should take care of most bosses. If we had a, what do you want to call it, a tension tie, that would have doubled the damage. So then it would be 1.2 mil, which again, great damage. Kind of similar to the 5th anniversary Ichigo we did yesterday. The numbers here are a little worse than that Ichigo, but that Ichigo also just has more built-in Berserker. He has weakening on all of his attacks, which help us do more damage. But yeah. So that is a reason why his numbers are a little bit lower than the Ichigos yesterday. But that Ichigo was also an anniversary unit. And I believe... is he older? I'm not actually sure who came out first. I can actually check that real quick. So I'm back here in my inventory, and here's the 5th anniversary Ichigo and Byakuya, and we're going in the past. And yeah, the Izuru is a little bit older than him, which So they're about 2.5-ish years old. Still both great units. Ichigo is a little bit better, but they have different attributes completely, and so you're not going to really see them cross paths too much because of that. They are both hollow killers, but other than that, I mean, you're not going to be using a tech unit with a power unit if it's something like Epic Raids, but I guess you will in co-op lobbies and stuff. So again, something like that Ichigo on that showcase I did just yesterday, he is probably a little bit better than this Gin Izuru, but this Gin Izuru, still a great unit. We're going to do one more run through, just to see if I can get a faster clear time, because, I was messing around. Underground enemies. If you've watched my previous video, I was going to say videos, but I only have one up on my channel. You know how much I hate underground enemies. I got personal beef with them. They're just so annoying. Just trying to go for a speed clear. Izuru's having trouble keeping up. That is another good thing about Izuru, is for the underground enemies, he hits them as soon as they come up, which is really helpful. And we're paralyzed. Skill issue. And we just basically cleared the room except for the underground enemies. And that's without our full stand. So something like this, you can clearly see why. You can clear IT. Or IZ, excuse me. If I had a IT available, I would showcase. He should perform just fine, but mostly you're going to be bringing pot units. Same thing, I guess, for IZ, but if you have killer, $95K, a lot less that time. I don't know. You didn't have a full stand. So that would be why. But yeah, as long as you have killer, he will perform just fine. This unit still holds up, and is truly one of my favorite units in the game. Do I recommend working on him? I would say so. I would say yes to that question. The dual killers gives him more value for your team. Although the technique attribute is getting more stacked, if you have him 5/5, like I do, and he's just sitting on your account, he may be worth working on, especially if you are a lucky person and have a Kamari for the no affiliation. He is one of the people that could make use of it. And he has a very good kit, as you can see in the video, minus me just being bad at the game. But he is one of my favorite units in the game. I'm still personally going to be using him, even if somebody like 5th Anniversary Ichigo is a better hollow killer. But if you enjoyed today's showcase, I know it was a little jank, so my apologies for that. I do have my cat still running. He just jumped on me. Ow. So my apologies for that. But if you liked today's videos, please leave a like or a comment. I read all of them, and I don't get that many, so I do read all of them. Subscribe if you want to see more content, or don't. That's your choice ultimately. I'm not going to force you to do anything. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Egao out. Thank you.